News 3, your trusted student voice. Online and in studio. Your local source for Western Illinois news, sports, and weather. You're watching Live at 4.
Find out how WIU is working to keep students safe.
And the art gallery is featuring an Illinois artist on campus.
And find out how student organizations are celebrating homecoming this year.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 starts now.
Welcome to News 3, I'm JC Dewar.
And I'm Levi Meyerhofer. Student retention rates are a big concern at this time of year. We spoke to the retention office about the issue.
First-year retention is an issue at college campuses across the U.S. We spoke with the Office of Retention to find out why.
First-year retention rates tend to be where, again, students get into the college experience and it might be different than what they thought. So first-year retention rates do tend to be more of a struggle than your returning students as they move into sophomore, junior, senior year.
There are many programs offered to incoming students to keep them on track.
A number of different initiatives and focuses that happen throughout the university. So some through our Academic Support Center offer tutoring. Our Academic Success Coaching Program is one where if a student wants just some additional accountability and someone to help them out, our Academic Success Coaching Program helps them.
There are also ways for students to connect outside of the classroom.
But we also have resources and support to help just get students connected. So the Office of Student Engagement does a number of different things. There are hundreds of RSOs here. Our Multicultural Center is remarkably active. All of those things are in a student success lens to help students get connected some.
Students can reach out to their academic advisor or email retention@wiu.edu for any questions or concerns they may have on campus. Reporting from News 3, I'm Nicholas Varchin.
For many people, college is the first major expense they face. 40 years ago, college cost an average of $700 a year at a public university, according to the Education Data Initiative. Students starting at Western Illinois University in 2020 could expect to pay an average of $19,000 yearly for their education. This is increased still for the first-year students in 2023 at WIU. Students can expect to pay $25,000. While WIU students have access to a multitude of scholarships, in Illinois, students graduate with an average of $38,000 in debt. WIU's financial aid website recommends exhausting all sources of aid before taking out loans. However, not all students qualify for grants, and scholarships can be hard to win without an impressive resume. The WIU Financial Aid and Scholarship Office were unable to comment.
An Olympic gymnast came to Western this week to talk to students about her life. Maisha Hughes has the story.
Western Illinois University's Counseling Center hosted Caitlin Ohashi to speak on her life as a gymnast, poet, and activist. The event began at 7 p.m. on Monday, September 25th in the University Union Grand Ballroom. The event was free and open to the public. Caitlin sat down for a conversation with the director of the UCC, Cara Cerullo. During this conversation, Caitlin talked about her personal journey, which extends beyond gymnastics. She touched on things of self-discovery, resilience, and mental health.
I got introduced to writing during my injury, so way out, I was kind of saying, like, before, quitting was never an option for me, and so when the doctors told me that gymnastics might not ever be an option again, I remember the first feeling of being relieved. And I got to pour my emotions into writing, into poetry, and I got to understand myself more that way. I think it was really important for me to write, to break down everything I was feeling.
As the event came to a close, Caitlin concluded the evening with a heartfelt poem, emphasizing her journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Following the poem, Cara Cerullo invited audience members to take pictures with Caitlin. Here's the perspective of an audience member.
Like, she did a really good job of covering how being a student athlete, how there can be a lot of pressure of like your identity being the sport and not just, you can have other things about your life going on. And sometimes people take that for granted. that you're an actual person. You're not just an athlete.
Now that we've heard from an audience member, here's what Cara Cerullo hopes audience members took away from the event.
I mean, that really was our intent, was to give an opportunity to share her experience and the resources that she used to overcome some of those struggles, in the hope that someone from the audience would hear that and then be more willing to reach out and connect and get the resources that they need.
Reporting in Macomb for News 3, I'm Aisha Hughes.
And let's look at how WIU is working to make students feel comfortable and safe on campus. Austin Legesse tells us more.
Western Illinois University's Office of Public Safety does more than just respond to emergencies. They have a variety of programs to help students out beyond the typical police response. Programs like the Student Walk Patrol and the Blue Light System around campus are available to help those concerned about walking home at night. Western EMS is also able to respond to any medical concerns free of charge.
So the blue lights on campus, what you do is that's pretty simple. You push the button. It goes right to my police radio right here. I have it on scan. It's going to come across, going to tell me where that beacon alarm is. It's going to give me the location. And officers are going to start rolling that way in their car and respond to that. We have Student Patrol. And Student Patrol, they do safety escorts. So all you got to do is call 309-298-1949, and one of our Student Patrol members will come and walk somebody from, say, if you want to go to the library to Thompson or wherever we need to go on campus proper, they will come and assist you with that. And also under the umbrella of the Office of Public Safety, we have Western EMS, which is a student-run organization that provides medical services on campus. So instead of calling an ambulance or going to the doctor, somebody needs something checked out, they can come, and if it is a medical emergency, we're going to dual respond with lifeguard ambulance and Macomb Fire Department.
Chief Derek Watts says the Parking Services Division of OPS is available to help with car trouble as well.
Oh, sure. So our parking services, they provide, they'll come air up your flat tire. They'll take you to the gas station to get gas with a gas can. You have to purchase it. They'll do jump starts. They'll do unlocks, and all those are free of charge as long as you're on campus proper. Unfortunately, there's a no-compete clause, so we can't do them outside of campus, but they'll be able to do that. And if they're not available, the police officer at least be able to come help you and do an unlock and things like that.
OPS is located in Mowbray Hall and is available 24/7. You can contact them at 309-298-1949. In Macomb, reporting for News 3, I'm Austin Legesse.
Former President Donald Trump was indicted in Fulton County, Georgia. WIU students shared their views on his charges. In August, former President Trump and 18 others were charged with several felonies surrounding the 2020 presidential election.
There's a wide-ranging set of charges. I think one interesting thing about this is he's being charged under Georgia's RICO statute, which is law used to target organized crime figures and when they have conspiracies to.
Despite his indictment, Trump is continuing his bid for presidential election. Western Illinois University students spoke on their opinions on his rerun for presidency.
Personally, I don't like Trump at all. I think he screwed over a lot of Americans. I hope he gets punished for his actions. And in the event that he does, I think that he shouldn't be allowed to rerun for the presidency.
Other students had mixed emotions.
But I mean, I understand why a lot of people hate him, but I also understand why a lot of people love him. There were those golden rules, like you have to be a certain age, you have to be born here. I feel like felonies are also a thing where it's you probably shouldn't have them to be president.
Even if Trump is convicted, he can still run for presidency. If he wins, Trump can pardon himself of all crimes committed pertaining to the 2020 election. Reporting in Macomb for News 3, I'm JC Dewar.
Stay with us for more News 3 after the break.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 is back in a moment.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
At Western Illinois University, Each student brings their own unique background and unlimited potential. You work side by side with compassionate, encouraging faculty who connect you to personalized learning experiences and give you the opportunities to map your own future. Your potential, our purpose.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Welcome to the University Union. Serving as the center of campus life, the Union is a great place to hang out with friends for lunch, meet with a student organization, attend events, or take advantage of one of our lounge spaces to study or relax in between classes. The University Union is here for you.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back to News 3. I'm Marisleide Valdez Rico. The Multicultural Center is offering resources to minorities on campus. Austin Najes has the story.
Across the street from Lincoln and Washington is WIU's own home for gamers and for any other students who prefer to chill, hang out, and play some video games together. The Digital Rec Center is WIU's stomping ground for people who love to play video games together. It's been at least 3 years since the opening of the Digital Rec Center. Its main purpose is to encourage students to come hang out, grab a controller, and take a break from class. Provided by the Digital Rec, there is a simple variety of options for students to enjoy. Consoles such as Xbox, Nintendo Switches, and PlayStation 5 are available for students to play and hang out together. For more information about the Digital Rec Center, visit Western Illinois' main website for more information. Until then, I'm Aiden Wilczewski.
A Illinois local artist is displaying her work in the WIU Art Gallery.
Kate Stewart is an emerging artist from Carbondale, Illinois. She has had her work displayed regionally and nationally. Kate held an event at the Annex Gallery here on campus and talked about the meaning behind her work.
Playing with that idea of how can I influence a memory through either overlapping, or staining, or dripping color into paint, I started thinking about how I can make the moment feel as complex as a memory is. And it had multiple layers, and the perspective shift and changed. And we have very different landscapes stacked on top of each other and try and use the space. And the smaller space, or the smaller pieces, the mile marker series, became these little moments of clarity and moments where I felt like I was really able to put into a moment or remember it for what it was.
Kate puts lots of work into each painting. She talks about the process of picking which painting is the right one.
So for every image that you see on the wall, there's likely 10 variations of it that I have in my computer. And the best way that I've found to kind of pick, you can decide which one's right or which one feels right, is making super small thumbnails and just stare at it for a second. The one that kind of catches my attention is usually the one I feel has the best color connection, or if it's me and I really like neon colors, I'm going to go with the one that has the neon colors. I'm excited about it.
Each of her paintings means something different to her. There is one painting called To Feel Small and Human that stands out to her.
But we get this view at the end of Glacier Park. We go to Glacier National Park in Montana. And it's just this perfect straight shot through a mountain. And there's something that happens if you haven't gone to see now, or haven't gone to see such a large mountain. But I fully encourage you. But there's something that happens when you see something so massive and so movable that you just feel small, and it's very humbling, but it's also so freeing to know that nature does not care and will exist long for you and long after you.
Reporting for News 3, I'm Johnny Jazarowski.
And the bar off campus opened last semester. Andrew Sutton spoke to the owner about the bar's vision.
This is the Ice House. What used to be the Change of Pace, a bar that had been serving the community since 1975, has a new face and a new name. With the school year already upon us, the Ice House is looking to repeat the success of its predecessor. I talked to Ice House owner Blake Louderman about the process of opening a brand new bar in town.
So there are a couple of us that own it, and I was asked to do a bar multiple times because I bartended when I was going through school and stuff. So I bartended here, I bartended in the Quad Cities as well. And so the guy asked me if I wanted to do a bar for quite a while because we do some real estate together. And I was never really interested in doing a bar. I was like, dude, I'm not going to do a bar. Like, that just doesn't sound very fun. Sounds like a lot of late nights, just like bartending. And so he started picking out buildings and would always ask me like, hey, what about this building? What about that building? And then he came across the Change of Pace, and I was like, well, that one would probably be the best one to do because of the building itself. It's a very structural building, structural sound building. And honestly, it was a very good deal too, to pass up on the real estate side. So we bought it and then started renovating it. It took 7 months. And so that was how the bar came about.
The Ice House had some work to be done to its design. One thing Blake talked to me about was his process into renovating the outdoor beer garden.
When I travel, I like to look at all the places that we go to and try to see what I enjoy to sit at and what I enjoy to go to. And we try to bring some of those ideas here. A lot of places do turf outside. We got this string light idea from a place down in Miami. They had like string lights just everywhere, and it looked really cool. The one where the entryway is, we did that because that changed the entryway area.
Blake and his crew remain optimistic and confident in the future of their bar. With more renovations coming up, they are bound for a successful year. For News 3, I'm Andrew Sutton.
Next week, WIU brings all Leathernecks together for homecoming with the theme of Rocky's Got Game. Let's win together. The festivities kick off on October 6th with the Paint the Paws on campus on Saturday. The downtown square gets a makeover during Paint the Town at 10 a.m. Get your rotors tuned up for Rocky's Boat Regatta on October 8th. Help beautify the campus on October 9th during Clean the Campus. See who has skills during Western's Got Talent at 6 p.m. on October 10th. Start your engines during Rocky's races at Western Hall on October 11th. On October 12th, or on Thursday the 12th, get ready to scream during Yell Like Hell at 7 p.m. Finally, go check out the lineup in this year's homecoming parade beginning at 10:30 on October 14th, followed by the homecoming football game against Missouri State.
The Black Student Association is also hosting homecoming events from October 9th through the 13th called For the Culture. Kicking off the week on Monday, dress up in your favorite suit or gown for the Black Royal Court Met Gala at 5 p.m. Tuesday is voter registration from 12 to 3 p.m. in the Union. Wednesday is a free movie night at the MCC lawn where snacks will be provided. Thursday is culture karaoke in the MCC at 9 p.m. and finishing off the week with the Black Alumni Networking event from 3 to 5 in the MCC. All events can be found on the BSA's TikTok page at BSA_of_WIU.
Up next is meteorologist Chase Ropanek with your weather.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 is back in a moment.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
At Western Illinois University, you will explore your talents in a place where you belong. No matter where you come from, no matter what you want to do, we believe in where your potential will take you. Learn Learn more at wiu.edu.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Chase Ropanak with your weather. Today in Macomb, we have a high of 81 degrees today after those brief rain showers we had this morning. The sun came out and the winds are starting to pick up a little bit from the northwest at 10 miles per hour. Going into the current conditions, it feels like it's around 80 degrees with those sunny skies. Dew point's lower than last week. It's at 50 degrees and humidity is at 45%. And again, the winds are coming from the northwest after that cold front passed through at 10 miles per hour. For the weather headlines today, we have our first major cold front of the fall. It's going to bring some below average temperatures to much of the Midwest, and it's going to carry on throughout the rest of the week as well. And then as we do have some temperatures ramp up again at the end of next week, we'll have some possible showers coming in around Thursday afternoon next week as well. So for the radar right now, we have that big blob of rain that passed through this morning, and that was the first cold front. Now we have the second one that's going to bring not as much rain, but it's going to bring those colder fall temperatures that are going to be below average throughout the rest of the week. And then the rest of the week, we're going to see more peak of fall colors in the trees around campus as well. So looking into tonight, we're going to have temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, Macomb around 48 degrees, and we'll even have some areas like Quincy and Peoria are going to still stick around 50 degrees, but much of the area is going to be in the mid to upper 40s for tonight. Going into tomorrow, it's going to be pretty chilly. We're going to have some lows or some highs in the low 60s, Macomb at 62, Quincy at 64. We can even see Burlington and Iowa is going to be just below 60. It's going to be around 59 degrees, but most of the area is going to be around the low 60s for tomorrow's highs. Now for tonight in Macomb, we're going to have clear skies, and we're going to have a low of around 48 degrees, and the wind is going to die down from the northwest at around 5 miles per hour. Going into tomorrow, we're going to have some brief showers, but then we will have some sunshine, bringing the high around 62 degrees. But the main thing for tomorrow is the wind is going to pick up. We're going to have northwest winds at around 22 miles per hour. Going into your 7-day forecast, we can see we have some showers that are going to be brief for tomorrow, but then the rest of the week is going to bring some sunshine. Sunday may be partly cloudy. Temperatures throughout the week are going to stick around in the low to mid 60s before we get some more rain coming on Thursday. Up next is sports.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 is back in a moment.
Take me home, safe and sound. All in all, that's all I need. Take me
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back. I'm Aisha Hughes. Some changes are happening in Western Hall. Andrew Sutton tells us more.
Welcome to Western Hall. The 5,000-seat arena has been home to the Western Illinois basketball program since 1964. Over the last summer, the basketball court received a $60,000 renovation to give it a much-needed facelift. I talked to athletic director Paul Bubb about the changes to the court.
Well, it actually is not a new court. What it is the old court was sanded down. It was the first time it's been completely sanded, so it's got another good 2-3 sandings before it would have to be replaced. But we took it down to the bare wood, and we decided that we wanted to go with a natural light stain to go with it, but also give it a little bit of pop, so we went in with the color on the sides.
Bob cited player safety and fan enjoyment as a main motivation for the renovation, and from the feedback he has received from players, fans, and coaches, it shows that he had made the right decision.
Well, I think the people that come to watch the games are going to have a better experience, or at least a more pleasant experience. The court really pops right now. And from the comments I'm getting back from the players, they really enjoy the court. And I think anytime you feel good playing on a court, that's an advantage for you.
With a move to a new conference, WIU is looking to make a statement early on. With players feeling better on the new court and fans enjoying the visual, Western is looking forward to another great season. For News 3, I'm Andrew Sutton.
This week we have another great week of Leatherneck sports. Leatherneck baseball is away at Bradley University on Friday at 4:30 p.m. Women's volleyball also plays at home this Friday and Saturday at 6 and 2 p.m. in Western Hall versus the Trojans. The Leathernecks are looking for a win after a 2-game losing streak. Leatherneck football plays away against the North Dakota Fighting Hawks on Saturday. The game kicks off at 1 p.m. All games can be streamed live on ESPN+. You can also listen in on the football game at Q98.1 FM radio. That's all for sports. News 3 will continue after the break.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 is back in a moment.
Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. Your potential is our purpose. Explore your talents in a place you belong.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
You know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
And now we go to meteorologist Lily Bennett to ask about this weekend's weather.
Yeah, it looks like we've finally said goodbye to those high temperatures and we have moved into some more fall-like weather. With temperatures dropping into the 60s and low 70s, it may feel like a big difference compared to those 80s and 90s we have been getting. So make sure you bring a jacket out with you, especially if you'll be out at night. After that sun has gone down, it will feel much cooler. Looks like we are finally getting that sweater weather we have all been waiting for.
That's amazing.
Well, we have some exciting news to share with you today. Our very own executive producer, JC Dewar, was honored last weekend at the Mid-America Emmy Gala. She is the first to ever receive both the Michael Hargrover and the Walter Cronkite Scholarship for her journalism work here at News 3. JC, how was that experience?
It was absolutely amazing. I loved the environment. I felt so honored to be there this weekend. It was absolutely amazing. Well, that's all for us today.
But we're online all the time. Stay up to date with us at news3wiu.com.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search our handle, News3WIU.
You can also find us on YouTube.
From all of us at News 3, have a good night, Macomb.